The urge to buy, sell, and advertise is as old as the human race. But in our time, the sellers are perfecting their power to persuade us. As John Chiric tells us this week, they're marketing goods with science, supermarketing. In part one, a look at how far the old sell has come.
30 seconds. Just 30 seconds on Earth, and it's out of here at the speed of light. In the 30 seconds that the television commercial is in the air, it dances for us, flirts with us, tells us a few jokes, does a little shouting.
Here at the Giants.
Then it keeps on going, and it's gone. Maybe for someone else to see, light years away. A portrait of who we are through the eyes of the advertiser.
But they make a lot of money knowing just who we are. Companies take advantage of our attitudes, our beliefs, to sell us stuff. That may be dangerous, that may be expensive, that may be worthless.
He's the stereotype, I'm not.
It's all true.
The people who create advertising laugh at the idea that they've got any psychological tricks up their storyboards to manipulate the masses. That's the stereotype portrayed, for example, in the Michael Crichton film, Looker.
It's just as dumb as a regular commercial. Seems like there should be something more to it than that.
Looker is a computer-generated optical pulse producing an auto-hypnotic, suggestible trance.
Work new ways indeed. I feel your hair come alive.
It's a mild form of dictatorship.
It was social scientist Vance Packard, whose book was one of the first to popularize the notion that real-life advertisers can get into the mind of the Eskimo in order to sell him an ice cube.
In a rational society, people know their needs and seek them out. In a society that's controlled by, to a large extent, by mass persuasion through advertising, we become less rational and more manipulated.
We wanted to show our hero going through his everyday chores and his crazy hustle.
You have an aim to change people's perceptions.
Rushing into the elevators about the clothes on him, and then boom, slow dissolved our product, our bread.
It seems very appropriate to talk about a bread. It has old traditional, recalls old values.
Our bread being pulled apart romantically, and then
Slower's good for you.
We're trying to make the product look beautiful. That doesn't mean we're lying about it, but I'm just saying manipulative is a word maybe we shouldn't be so ashamed of because it's how you do it.
I do it from the gut.
We really move our tail for you.
They tell us that no campaign before or since has filled as many seats as that one did. So I don't think that, as far as I know, we use a lot of the mumbo-jumbo that we're accused of. It's a feeling, and sometimes it comes from experience, of course, where you know through trial and error what's worked over the years.
But there's a revolution in advertising now that's turning the old arts into a new science. Not exactly high-tech conspiracy, as in the movies, but never before have advertisers been more equipped to tap into the secrets within us that make us want to buy. That in our next report. John Chiric, 11 Alive News.
Build a better mousetrap and the world will beat a path to your door, but only if you advertise to the right people with a super marketing plan. That's how the big boys do it. Here's John Chiric with a second of 5 reports on the sell of the century.
Meow, 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 meow.
The advertising man who used a singing cat to make Ralston Purina's profits purr will tell you selling is simple.
I think there's a lot of whimsy about things like that. Actually, we give them a chuckle, they smile.
Cats ask for it by name.
Meow.
We first find out what people want. We find out what they want to hear, what they're looking for, and then find the product and try to deliver that product. Once you find out what people want, you'll be able to move them or motivate them.
Action.
And the rest of the advertising industry is finding out how to do that as well, to weave a web in the marketplace that captures the consumer. Intricate, attractive, seemingly escape-proof.
Cut.
Just look at what corporations spend on advertising worldwide. It may top $85 billion this year. It's partly because the ad agencies getting that money are getting better at knowing what motivates consumers to buy.
I'm not going to take a chance with somebody else's money. There's no reason to take chances any longer. There's no reason to guess.
And it's market research that's taking more of the guesswork out of advertising strategy. 9 groups of values and lifestyles, a psychological portrait of America that Ad Age magazine calls one of the 4 biggest breakthroughs in market research this century.
We know enough about these different groups that one can tell the advertiser what kinds of things they read, what kinds of television shows they watch, when during the day, and so on, so that you can corral all of this material and do really a pinpointing from the merchandising standpoint.
For example, because of Mitchell's breakdown of America, Merrill Lynch started using a lone bull in its commercials, for the herd of bulls it had been using was not attracting new investors.
Thundering herd of belongers. They all want to be together doing the same thing. And the essence of the investment person is the achiever. And the achiever is a breed apart.
Merrill Lynch, a breed apart.
Next, how the right techniques encourage our non-rational impulses in the store. John Schierick, 11 Alive News.
What goes through your mind when you decide to buy something may not be what you think goes through your mind. In part 4 of his special report, John Schierick tells us how supermarketing techniques turn us on to a product, and we may not always realize why.
The women behind the glass are volunteers, strangers to each other, and a market research firm picked them for this particular question and answer session because of what they have in common. They all like soft drinks. They can't see that a Coca-Cola executive is on the other side of the window. He's recording their reactions to some Coke commercials they're watching.
There are a list of 150 different motives